What if I told you the scariest disease in the world, the one that steals your memories and erases your personality, might be stopped by a simple test you can do at a grocery store kiosk? We used to think losing your mind was just bad luck or old age, but a leading brain expert from Britain just dropped a bombshell announcement that changes everything. There is one silent killer destroying your brain right now, and you probably don't even feel it.
Hi, I'm Akash, an Ayurvedic doctor. I bridge the gap between ancient health wisdom and modern cutting-edge science to help you live longer and stronger. Today, we're breaking down a massive update from the University of Manchester. Professor Adam Greenstein, a leading expert in brain health, has identified the single biggest modifiable factor for memory loss. If you fix this one thing, you turn down the dial on dementia. Let's dive in.
So, what is this enemy? It's high blood pressure, or as doctors call it, hypertension. Now, don't click away. I know blood pressure sounds boring. It sounds like something your grandpa talks about at Thanksgiving. But here is the terrifying fact. According to the World Health Organization, this is a top cause of disability. Think of your brain like a delicate garden. Your blood vessels are the hoses watering that garden. When you have high blood pressure, it's not a gentle sprinkle. It is a fire hose on full blast. Dr. Greenstein's research shows that this high pressure damages the tiny microscopic vessels in your brain. It stops the blood flow, and when the flow stops, the brain cells die. This directly links to vascular dementia and Alzheimer's.
Let me give you a visual that sticks. Imagine your brain's blood vessels are a highway system. When your pressure is normal, the traffic flows smooth and fast. But high blood pressure is like driving a heavy truck down a residential street. It tears up the pavement. In medical terms, we call this vessel remodeling or microbleeds. These are tiny leaks in the brain. You might not have a massive stroke, but you get thousands of these micro injuries over time. Think of it like termites in a house. You don't see them, but they are eating the foundation. Eventually, the connections that hold your memories together just snap.
Quick question for the Health Squad. When was the last time you actually checked your blood pressure? Last week? Last year? Or never? Be honest. Drop a last week or a never in the comments below. It helps me know where we're starting from. Just a quick reminder before we go deeper. This video is for educational purposes only. I am sharing general wellness information, not personal medical advice. Always talk to your own doctor before starting or stopping any medication or new routine. Safety first.
Here is the trap. Dr. Greenstein calls this a tragic waste of time. Why? Because hypertension is a liar. You don't feel it. You don't get a fever. You don't get a rash. You might feel totally fine while your blood pressure is silently eroding your cognitive future. Professor Greenstein notes that many people refuse medication because they fear side effects like a dry cough or dizziness. But here is the hard truth. A little dizziness today is infinitely better than losing your memories tomorrow. The American Heart Association backs this up. Treating pressure now delays cognitive decline later. But there is another reason people ignore this. I hear this all the time. I don't trust the numbers. My blood pressure spikes just seeing a doctor. We call that white coat hypertension. It's real. You get nervous, the cuff squeezes, and your numbers go through the roof. That is why the experts actually recommend checking it at home. You are relaxed, you are in your element. Here's a pro tip. Don't just check it once. The guidelines suggest taking 2 or 3 readings, 1 minute apart, and then averaging them. That is your real number. If that average is consistently over 130 over 80, that is your signal to take action. If you want to stay ahead of the health curve, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're building a community that prioritizes longevity, and I'd love to have you with us.
Okay, so we know the problem. What is the solution? Western medicine says check it and treat it. If your doctor prescribes meds, take them. It's the smartest insurance policy for your brain.
But as someone deeply studied in Ayurveda, the ancient science of life, I can tell you that pressure in the body is often a sign of imbalance. In the US, we're obsessed with the hustle. High stress spikes cortisol, which tightens those blood vessels. In fact, here is a scary reality. The most dangerous time for your brain is the first hour after you wake up. Doctors call it the morning surge. Your body dumps cortisol to wake you up, which naturally spikes your pressure. If your baseline is already high, this morning spike is when the microscopic damage happens. So how do we handle that surge? While you take your doctor's advice on medication, we can support that with lifestyle changes that have stood the test of time.
Try this tonight. It's called the 4-7-8 breath. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8. It hacks your nervous system, flipping a switch from fight or flight to rest and digest. It's basically a natural pressure valve for your arteries. We talked about stress, but the ultimate brain saver is sleep. In Ayurveda, we call sleep nidra, a pillar of life. Modern science just confirmed why. Recently, scientists discovered the glymphatic system. Think of it like a dishwasher that only turns on when you sleep. It uses the pulse of your arteries to flush out toxic proteins, specifically the ones linked to Alzheimer's. But here's the catch. High blood pressure stiffens those arteries. It's like a dishwasher with low water pressure. It can't clean the dishes. So by lowering your pressure, you aren't just saving your vessels, you are literally helping your brain take out the trash every single night.
Science calls it the DASH diet. Ayurveda calls it eating sattvic, or pure foods. It means cutting the processed salt, which is essentially like putting sand in that garden hose we talked about, and eating potassium-rich foods like spinach and bananas. What is your go-to stress buster? Is it walking the dog? Video games? Yelling at the TV during a football game? Let me know in the comments. I need some new ideas. Let's recap what we learned from Britain's top brain expert. The link. High blood pressure is the #1 modifiable cause of memory loss. The trap. It's silent. You won't feel it until damage is done. The fix. Get screened. It takes 2 minutes. If your numbers are up, work with your doctor. The boost. Support your brain with stress reduction and low sodium choices. Your brain is the most precious asset you own. Don't let a silent number steal your story. Go to the pharmacy, use the machine, and know your numbers. If you want to learn natural ways to help support artery health using everyday ingredients, stay tuned for the upcoming video. It's a game changer. Stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.